morning everybody. I hope you're all right and I hope you had a great night last night. We had a good night, really quite peaceful. My sister-in-law couldn't make it, so she's coming today instead. Right, before I start, I just want to say I had a few pictures of a Sandra. Now Sandra did something along these lines. Her husband took the front of it out and it was more solid across the top. And you know what, guys? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, she says she saw a few gaps. I mean, I just looked at it as it was and I just thought it was lovely how it was. And she's given me the inspiration today for me to have a go with mine. And Sandra, as I said on the text, keep up your good work, my darling. You are doing a fabulous, fabulous job. It was stunning. And I must admit, you must be a florist because you are wonderful. So, because you've given me that inspiration, my sweetheart, I'm going to give it a go and see, because I've never done one of these. So I'm going to see how mine turns out. I'm going to do reds and just a few bits of whites to go along with the black. I could easily put black in, but you won't see the flowers if I just put black in on everything. So I'm not doing that. So thanks to Sandra. Again, you've given me the inspiration to do one myself. So before we start, I'll introduce myself as well. I'm Iris Smith. And I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. And welcome to all you new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I think there was a lady called Margaret Woolley. Welcome to you, my darling. And Caesar Fernandez, and welcome to you too. I hope you have a great time watching our videos. Right, so thanks for Sandra's inspiration. I'm going to give it a bash. So I've glued this in just at the front under here, so it doesn't move. Because it's at an angle here. I could easily put something at the bottom, a bit more of the oasis, but because I've glued it in, it's not going to go nowhere. I'm considering, I don't know whether to put a bit of moss on, or I may put the aspidistra leaf on, or I may just leave it as it is, because I will fill this. I always fill it and I try my hardest, not to see any oasis. So Sandra, again, my darling, here we go. Right, first of all, let me just push that out the way. I've got some wisteria leaves that I took off a wisteria garland and I've put picks on them. I've tried to prepare myself today as well, and I've put picks on them as well. So I'm considering having these, a few maybe hanging down the side here, or maybe one, just stick one onto the corner there and bring the wire in so it's hanging there. So I'm considering doing that with those. I have got my silver dollar eucalyptus out because it's a different, oh my goodness, it's all tangled up. The leaves are different and they're round. It's going to give off something different instead of just spiky all the time. But don't worry, I will put spiky in. You know me, guys. Right, I've got some long stemmed, what we call pivot edge over here, pivot, or boxwood you can call it, and that is just long stems, so I'm going to put those in as well, and they will also maybe the odd ones join in and come out of the front as well. Now I have with us using red. I've only got 3 of these left. I've used the rest, so I've ordered some more. I'm just waiting for the delivery, but I've got some really beautiful red leaves. I've got on these too because they've got wooden picks on. I think prepare them before, but I didn't use them. I found that one floating around at the bottom of my bucket, so I put a pick on. I should have tied them all together. Right, is it the Fortunia? I always forget what it's called. I think it's the Fortunia leaves. And with those also being big as well and having the white veins in, I want to add those in because they will look lovely against the black as well. Now I've picked these out and I'm not sure, you know, the filler foliage, I'm not sure, even though they're red and green, whether I want to use them because they are quite dark against the black. But I've got them out, and these were just my a few of my oddments. I don't want to use my fresh stems. As I said, I'm going to try and use up my oddments first. So I might put those in. And a few of my oddments again, instead of using the fresh stem, of my fern. There's two different colours, a dark green and then a light green. So I may place those at the back and maybe coming out because I'm not staying, you know, underneath. I tend to go above, and I am quite big and bold, so I like to go above. But Sandra's was inside and it looked beautiful. And mine can't stand up on this one with it having a V here. The other one can, but this one can't. I've got some light fern. I've only got about 5-6 stems out because I want to, against the darkness of things, I want to just bring that lightness in, you know, just to add also against the black and bring a bit of light colour in. And that's the rubbery texture from Leaf Company. I've got some wispy bits as well because I do want to add these in, and I do want to put these around. Probably, I mean, you can shape them into any shape you'd like. So I may put some up here or some hanging from the side or the front. I've got a few of those out too. Now I can't remember I can't pronounce it. Is it philodendron leaves? Something like that. I've only got 3 because I was considering using those as a backdrop there, and maybe one at the front and the other one at the other side. So that's our foliage. And also, just to sparkle it up, I've got my red sparkly grass. Now, it's very Christmassy, but I want to curl the stems so they don't just stick up right like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 on a bunch, and that they've got the glittery look in them as well. So I'm considering also those. And I've got my foxglove, my miniature foxglove. I've only got 2 out because if I'm having the grass, I want to put these around the grass as well. So that's what I've got for those. And I decided, why not get a bit of pussy willow? Now, don't you just love pussy willow? I've got lots of this and I love it. I tend to use it a lot, you know, either for Christmas. People like to see it in Christmas wreaths and things like that. But I thought, let's add a bit of different texture and a different movement and also a look. These are my oddments of my little miniature allium balls, and I've only got 3 out. I don't want more. I mean, these just hang. There's no wire to, you know, they just look weird, don't they? Because they just hang like that. But I'm going to put a few of those in. And these are also my oddments. My ranunculus in red. I've got 3 stems of those. I found 3, so I thought, why not? Let's put those in, and they will look lovely, maybe bunched up at the front or spread around. I thought they would look really pretty. Of course, I can't go without, I could put the red in, but because there's a lot of red, I wanted to put the white in of our little calla lilies, and I thought we'll get those in, and they will give that airy feeling to the design. I'm not sure about the blossom because it is a very, very vibrant red, but I have got 3 stems of blossom that I've just cut off a big stem and put picks in. Just maybe because it does look nice. I looked at it, it does look nice against the black because the stems on it here are really dark brown. So I thought about those two. And I've just cut 3 of these off a stem as well because I didn't have any oddments. Our little wild poppies. So in red, and I thought, yeah, they could be dotted around again as well. Now these were from my oddments. Lily of the Valley. I've got 3, also, well I've got 4 left and I don't want to use 4. So I'm going to just use the 3 and also to take that deep red away from everything. And also I'm considering adding in our spray carnations in red. I do have them in white. If I think the red is too much, I may grab a few white ones instead. But don't you just love those? I think they're beautiful. And last of all is our centerpiece. What's going at the back is our red orchid. Now, doesn't that look fabulous? And that I want sitting, if I can show you, right at the back, being quite, well, not really tall, but, you know, enough not to make this, because if I had it up there, it's going to look odd, you know, because the container is at the bottom. So I tend to bring them around a height, if I could just put it in, around there. So it's at least about 9-10 inches above the top of the container. So that's what we're going to do today. So guys, let's get started. Oh, and I've got my cup of coffee. My husband's just brought it in. Oh, and Julia as well. I got an email just from you before I started that you're going into Bristol and doing some shopping into the bigger stores. Have fun. I hope you find lots of things that you want. So good luck. And Sandra, that comment you said, my enthusiasm is like a bottled tonic. My husband thought that was wonderful. A wonderful comment. He giggled and he said, isn't that nice? So thank you, Sandra, for my lovely comments, and everybody else. Right, everybody. She's very good, Sandra, very good at her work. Let's see, I want to put in these wisteria ones first so I can place the hanging ones over the side. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to cover it, I think, because with everything I've shown you, there's more than enough to, you know, hide the oasis. So I'm going to put one at the front here, just coming over and just slightly bend it like that. And I'm going to dot a few of these. I could also have some standing upright like that. You know, even though they come over, that doesn't matter. Oh, and Julie, I'm glad I helped you with the colour wheel chart that you've purchased one from eBay. You know, good. You know, it's a very good thing for you to use. Right, let's do one on this side as well. And then just bend that over. Because everybody knows me, I think, by now. This is going to be bigger than the container. This will look lovely. I want to put a few there. Well, a couple at least. Because we have got other foliage that will hang over. So we'll put that one there. Push it down at an angle. And just let it just hang. If you can hear my neighbour, it's Maisie again. She seems to always come out when I'm videoing. And push that one in also. And just let that one hang. It doesn't matter if one's hanging lower than the other, you know, that's just nature. You know, that's how they grow. So I'm considering putting one in the centre there. But I don't want this really high. So I'm going to go through here. Any excess glue, remove, guys. and just turn that like that. So that's all the wisteria leaves. Let's get these in. I've got to remember how to pronounce this. Philodendron. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, I want one of these at the back like that. So I'm going to go in through the top, and anything that goes under, just put it under and position it. Let's have a look. Let me just wipe that glue off before it dries. Yep. And do the same with the other one on the opposite side. Just mirror image with these. Because they're so big, I don't really want them. Did I put that in the top? Yes. I don't really want them sticking too far out. Maybe a little bit more just to get that leaf under, like that one. And then this one I'll put in the centre. I'm going to push that one. A little bit more down. Just wipe away the excess glue so that sits there. Now let me get these. Oh, I've got a rubber band on them. Because these ones have got two and this one's only got one, I shall sit that one on its own at the front. So let's get that single one in first. Excuse me, everyone. I'm going to put it lower down, right just where, and I'm going to press that and just lean that slightly over as well. I've got a bit of glue there, let me just grab it. And then these I want here also. I put it there instead. Get that glue off my container. See, it may be on the other side, but I'm not, you know, it's just one slightly higher than the other. I don't want them to be exact, you know, uniformed, because to me that's not natural. So let me just put our orchid in and get that in. I'll just save the bottom of this for in case I may need it for something. Aren't they just beautiful? When I worked in Fresh, a lot of people used to come in and we used to get them in vases, wrapped up already. And a lot of people used to love them. I mean, I do. Right. I say about 9 or 10 inches above the container. Quickly wipe the glue. So that's sat at the back. This is going to be big, more than likely. In fact, I'll push it further down. So yeah, so it's not sticking too much. In fact, I could put this behind. Let me just remove it. You always tend to find, I should have put it in first. Remove the old glue. Just cut it again. I think I'm getting Cold me. Right, let me just put it to the side of the hole where it's just been, because I don't want it in the same hole, because the hole is now bigger and it won't be right. The Oasis will start. Oh gosh, I don't think I can get it on me. Oh my goodie, one moment. Never let anything deceive me. There we go. That's better. See, and because that's flopping, I could even let that flop to one side. I could get another one, in fact. Let me just go and cut another one off and we'll have another one. Oh, I mustn't leave my cutters over there. Let's get another one on it and put it next to it, so it just looks like it's not. It looks like it's on its own at the moment. Right, I've wiped excess glue off, so I'll put one here as well. And we'll put that. And let that one hang like that. Right, I want to put our eucalyptus in. Now these are only short stems because I didn't want these sticking right up here. I could have done, you know, I mean they do look nice there, but I wanted some to have a bit of filler at the bottom, or maybe at the sides, or even at the front. Just pull that plastic off. Can't get it off, so I'll just trim it. And just manipulate them, spread them out a bit and fluff them up so they look really pretty. It looks better than my eucalyptus tree. Mine looks anorexic. It's getting worse and worse and worse. We'll probably may have to cut it down and start again with a new one. Right, let me just have a look where I'm going to place. Yeah, I'm going to put one here. If I just place that there, give it that little extra foliage. I have got 3, I think. The smaller one I'll put at the front. And again, just fluff up. Oh, they've got something, a prong hanging on the bottom. These are very full stems, these eucalyptus ones. I got these from my wholesaler. And let me just put this little one at the front. I'll just put it above the red leaf, remove the excess glue. And that's how it's hanging at the moment. Now we'll get our fern. Again, I may not use everything. Or let me get a cup of coffee. Every time I look over there, I've got a Halloween thing staring at me, going, you know, with a spooky face, big eyes. So with our fern, I want to bring some slightly lower, because this will be hanging on the wall. It's not going to be on the floor. I think some here, but I may put the ones with singular stems, because that's the bushy one. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to keep it bushy or cut it down. It's hard to keep hold of this container while it's on here. Sorry if it keeps moving, guys. Now, where shall I put this? Whether I could put it at the back, just sticking through. I think I'm going to take them apart. Keep that one on there. And just get another wire stem. And glue it in. Oh, we've got rain again here today. I don't know what it is with us. I don't think we've had as much rain for years. It's just constant. I'm going to put these at the back so they are sticking slightly against with the orchid. And I'm not cutting the stem on these just because I need the height. But I won't go as high as the orchid. And also on here, I have to push my fingers through. Just wipe the glue and get that glue on there. I think that leaves the wrong way around. It is. Right. Here we go. So that is how. Oh, it's not even putting its head up, is it really? So let's poke a bit of the leaf through so it will hold it in place. Like that. Yeah. So I'm going to get some of the wispiness. You see, we've still got plenty of room on the Oasis to put absolutely anything. I mean, everybody knows, I think, me by now. I love my foliage. And I can never get enough of it. But you have to consider the design you're making. Even though I love the foliage, it doesn't mean to say that I've got to put everything in, you know. Especially when I'm doing the minimalistic ones for my customers. I have to consider what they want, not what I like, and just do what they're asking. So I could put one of those on the corner, just to hide that corner bit. I'm going to put that. I just hold the container. Bringing that right down and doing it like that. And I'm going to do the same on the other side to cover this corner. I may group a few together, and I'm going to put this one lower to get a different movement instead of being the same. Let's see what it'd be like if I group a few together. Yeah, I'm going to put a couple at this side as well. And I'm making this in mind. I'd already made my mind up what I'm making it for. And it's going to be for the garden. It's not going to be, you know, even though you may want it inside, you can have it inside. But I'm making this specifically for a garden. I thought, why not? Let's just, you know, do something for the garden, for somebody to hang up on the summer house or on the fence or even on the gate or wall or back door. So I thought, why not? Let's push that one through and that one. So it's like that. I'm going to hold on to those for a while because I've got other bits that I want to get in. Oh, I've got to keep remembering my cuppa. I ought to put it here really. In fact, I will. It's starting to go cold already. I want my pussy willow. Oops. Now this is going to add a lovely texture, you know, by just adding that with the, like a bluey grey and the brown stem. It's going to add a different texture to just being big, bold leaves. Something wispy and something really nice and fine. Just sticking up from nowhere. And it doesn't matter if the different sizes, you know, that gives it that authentic look. So I'm going to put that one here, just there. I mean, I've got the, let's look for the biggest one. Well, they're all relatively the similar size. So I may put a couple at the back actually, give that movement at the back. I just lift that. You may not be able to see much of them, but they are in the back. Just move the glue. Gosh, this stem is absolutely solid. And again, let's get it. Oops. And because they're wiry, you can move them. This one I've got accidentally put a lot of glue on. So I need to get it quick before it dries off of my fingers. Sometimes for things like that, you know, my glue gun comes in handy. I should have really have switched it on, but it's in my drawer. Because I tend to use the oh, I've got a bit of glue there, guys. Let me quickly peel it off. Because I tend to use my glue pan more, I forget sometimes that I've got my glue guns. Let's lift these. These are bugging me now. Just slightly hang it on like that. I'm going to... Now I've got these, as I say, my ferns. Oh my gosh, I can't get them off. Oh, I do cause myself more work. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Even though we've got those there, that's acting like a filler. And it's giving us that look. I'm going to put one there. I've got dark. Let me just... Just like... Oh, I've been hoovering up this morning, guys, and I'm just ever so funny. It's like I look for dust. My husband thinks I look for dust. The cat is molting, and I've got a white cat, not Marley, because he's constantly in and out outside. But my white cat is, I don't know why she's molting, you know, but she molts 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It is terrible. And she doesn't just molt in little bits, she molts in clumps, and it can get everywhere. So I've got this specific scraper that gets cat fur off of your furniture, and I've been doing that this morning as well as hoovering up. And then I said to my husband, right, bye-bye, I'm off, I'm going to do my video. I was actually thinking, guys, that I might do a live video one day. I'm a bit nervous about it because like I say, I've never done anything like this before, especially live. So I was considering thinking about it. But I know you have to have, you know, your laptop here and everything like that. So who knows? I'll have to look into it because my nephew, he knows all about things like that. So I'd have to ask him. So that's just a thought. I'm not saying for definite. You know, I've got to build my confidence up with that. And I think the big one I put at the back, I may add an extra stem on it just to make it longer, because I don't think it'll show much at the back. So let's just elongate it. I've got to order some more glue again already. As much as you get 75 in a bag, it doesn't last long, not for me. Right, so let's see what this looks like at the back. Because again, I need some height behind the orchid. So if I go in behind, I don't want too much height. Let's remove that glue. Let me just have a look. Yeah, that's better. I think we're getting a really lot of greenery around there and nothing's really coming in the centre. So I think let's actually start putting a few florals in and then work the rest of the greenery around. So I may bunch those there. I think they look really pretty bunched up. But then again, no, I'm not. Gosh, don't you change your mind. I'm going to put one there against the edge. I know Sandra's done one with the florals in the centre, which again, like I say, is beautiful. But I'm not one for copying. I don't copy. You know, that's Sandra's design and that was a beautiful design. And, you know, I just don't copy. I don't like to copy people's work. So I've decided on a garden one. Just similar to a hanging basket, I guess. So I've put these ranunculus like that. And I'm going to put these also maybe all hanging lower. Or I could bring them out here. Because we want a bit of, you know, length hanging over, not just the greenery. So let's put a couple of these on the side. And then I'll put one in the centre instead of in the centre of here. I'm going to put one here. See that lovely, very deep colour. And again, I'm going to sit one here. Just manipulate it so it's hanging. It may look slightly on its own, but it will be fine. Got this smaller one here, and I shall sit that just there, off, just slightly off centre from the orchid. I could have put a white orchid in actually, but I wanted it to be relatively just red, you know, just to show that I don't, you know, oh, I'm trying to think what it's called. Gosh, you can tell I haven't been to college for a while. Where it's just two colours. There's a name for it, I've forgotten. In fact, I'll find out. I don't know if it's monochromatic or I will find out. Let's have a look. Yes. It's a monochromatic. I was right. Which is, you know, using any shade or tint or tone of just one colour. I think that's what it means. Yeah, any shade or tone or tint of one. That's right, tint of one colour. Which we've got here with the red. That's like a pillar box red. That's slightly darker. That's like a pillar box with a deeper, you know, tint around the edge. That's correct. I knew that was what it were. Gosh, I had to dig into my old brain there. Oh, don't worry, guys. I knew I wouldn't get it wrong. I'll make sure I won't get it wrong. You know, I don't want to give you false information. So, oh, that's gone cold. Oh, gosh. Oh, my giggy. So, yeah, that's what it's called. But I might split the monochromatic because I'm using the red, the whites. Let's have a look. See, I could easily do that. Now I have to look. No, I think they look better actually hanging from here. I don't want to spoil the orchid. I don't think I'm going to put those. Oh, I don't know. I might put them all in. Let me get, you know what, let me get this swirly grass in first. And I'm really not going to put a lot of this in, guys. I don't think they're going to swirl because they are bent. Oh, they have. Oh, well, that's even better. Just get your fingers and thumb and roll them up. You can leave them as they are, you know, I just tend to like to put just a little bit of a movement in it, you know, whether it be right at the bottom. In fact, I'm going to take those off because they are bent halfway. And then just put a tiny bit of movement at the, you know, curling it to give it a bit of airy feeling. You could put two together and do it, you know, with two in your hand. And then leave a couple straight. Let me just grab one of those. And I'm going to just leave it like that. And with that, I want to stick that also at the back. I'm not going to put no more of these because they can be really quite wild. So I'm just going to put this, if I look above, so it just sits nicely at the top there. I really do think we need to add in the lilies. So let's get the lilies in. Let's put that on the floor. I don't want that now. We're going to stick the lilies in and then we're going to work with the rest of us bits of foliage around. So I'm going to put one, in fact, right at the front here, just to bounce off of the ranunculus. And the same with this. I'm going to do the same on this side. And let that bounce as well. Now I've also got here that I could put here, which we'll put one at the sides because we need to fill in also the sides. I'm going to put it at the back though. I'm not putting it at the front because I've got to put bits in at the back. And I'm going to push that also right in. And just turn it a bit so it's in where I'd like it. Mixing in with the foliage. I'm going to do the same on this side. I'll just hold the container. Like that. I just turn it around and have a quick look. I think I need a couple here. So I may need to go and get, oh, this is on a long stem. I'll go and get another one. So I'm not going to cut this stem. So let me just push that in. place that there. I'm just going to get another one, everybody. Oh, this one's on a long stem too. I must have put a few on longer picks. Oh, how lucky. Righty. Turn it round. And I'm going to put that one also just there. Just like that blue. I think if my husband sees this, he'd want this on the garden because he loves red. Absolutely loves red colours. Oh, oh no, here's my cat. Hey, there we go. Here he is. Don't pull. Yes. What can we do for you today? Yes, you've had your breakfast. Oh, you've got 4 hours to eat. 4 hours. Yes. I don't know, I do quite like those. All right, all right. Oh gosh, you won't leave me alone now. Here we go again. Move your bum. I'm going to put the lily of the valley there. Don't bite. Because I know you was in a playful mood this morning, so please don't bite. I was playing with him this morning for about half an hour and he wouldn't stop. So let me just... Oops, I've tangled Lily up. All right, all right. Oh my goodness. Don't you chew that, that's a customer's. Really, that is a customer's. I have to keep an eye on him, guys, when he's around flowers what aren't, you know, what I've sold or what I've made for a customer. It's terrible. I think he does it purposely. Oh, let me gather everything together because I know he's going to mess with the... Look! Here. Here, have a bit of glitter in, glitter in your hair. All right. Oh, here we go. I can't work now. My cat has been naughty. It's on your head still. You can feel it. Oh, he's got rid of it. So I'm just going to manipulate these as well. I'm going to stand these here. Just slightly taller height. Just make sure I don't touch anything else with having it glue on it. And I'm going to put two either side of there. Also near the ranunculus, just to fill in that little space. Got one more left. Very red, as I said, that was my aim, but again I will put bits of white in because I don't want it too red, because it is starting to look too red. Let's get these in and just take off that redness. And if I put the two at the side, Now I'm going to push that in a bit more, quite far. I don't want it to. There we go. I'll do the same on this side, and I will show it you. Oh, I thought that was my cup. Oh my good gracious me. I've got the filler, I'm going to use this as filler foliage if I'm being quite honest. I've got those left. But I've also got the wispy bits, and I'm going to get these boxwood coming out from the centre to give it again the movement from the centre. So we're going to put just a few here just to bring it out. And another one here. Again, just place that one over there. Let's have a look. Now I need something there. I don't want any more red. I really don't. No. Again, like I say, if in doubt, take it out or don't put it in if you haven't put it in already. Oh my goodness me. I know what you're like. Play with that. I may not even need these, or I could actually put them at the bottom. No, there's a lot of greenery going in. I've got to mix it. Right, let me get something that's white. I could actually get the lily bush. The lilac bush, I mean. Just bear with me, guys, because I do need depth. Oh my goodness, is that much? Excuse me. Let's have a think. I might get some white carnations as well. Or, in fact, I've got tulips. I haven't used since spring. No, why don't I think of things like this? Oh gosh, what do I do with him? Yeah, I know you like things wispy. Play with that one. Or actually, there's a smaller one. It's more your size. I should have brought your mouse in, shouldn't we? And leave a mouse in here so you can play with your mouse. I'm going to put these back, guys, before he starts to chew on them. You've seen him in videos. He's a naughty boy. Oh, I've got those as well. Oh my goodness. And I know, because if he sees something round, he'll definitely want those. I'm going to put those there out of his way. And we're not going to have any more boxwood. And if anything, hey, there you go. Now Mummy's gave you something to play with. Now you're not interested. I'll put everything you wash, you'll come this side. Tulips. I think let's add a few beautiful tulips. And they've got their own little foliage. So we're going to add those in. Why not? Another different texture. Let's bring some at the front, take off all of that red. So I'm going to change it from a monochromatic now of one colour. Oh, I thought my other cat was coming then. I'm going to say, oh gosh, they don't get on. Let's put this one also. because there's still, again, plenty and plenty of space, but I'm filling it see, because I do have the lilac bushes and I also have my white. Aren't those white carnations really, really, really white? And the stem is beautiful. When I get them, I tend to start fluffing them up white stuff and then put them in my box. It's just a habit. It's become a habit. Do I put the odd one here? Coming out from the side, yes. Because of that wild poppy is by itself, we're going to add this in and join it up. Just slightly lift it a little. So they've got their own space, because they do need their own space, flowers, when you prepare them. Unless if you want a design that's, you know, compact. Let's put one on this side to join up with this. Just slightly bend it. That's better. Now this is on a short stem, so I may elongate this. Can I take it out? Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Oh! So it's going to be on a longer stem now. Let's put a bit of glue on and just stick it in. Take the glue off at the top. That's better. And bring that one forward. Bring it on that side instead. Look. Yeah, that's getting better. Still not happy here. I'm still not happy. These are quite long. Let's look at these leaves. Because they do look like the ones that fray. Oh no, they are. Deary, deary me. 1, 2. So we'll take the leaves off of these and we'll put them in the bin. Just slightly cut it there at an angle. And I think with those, I want to perhaps put one each side of the orchid at the back. And then I think I'm going to start filling it in. Oh my goodness, I've just got one. I'm going to start filling it in with some filler foliage. Oh, I thought I caught it. Can't see it. I'll move that this side. And we'll turn it this side. Just slightly bend it. Again, giving these flowers next to it their own little space. That's better. So we'll put those in the bin. I don't want any more of those. Let's have a look. Let's start filling bits in. have a look. Because I can see oasis now at the bottom. So now we're going to start filling. And I'm making even some salala. I have got lots of little bits that I've cut off with the salala. So I'm going to use just different colour. And this is going to hide our oasis at the bottom. Well, it's bank holiday in the UK tomorrow, so as I say, day off work. Oh, I get bored on bank holiday unless I'm going somewhere. Stop stretching. No. No, no, no. 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 Let Mummy just see where she's going with this. I want to fill. Oh. You know, I've had a few nice days without the cat disturbing me in here because he's been outside or he's been out walking, as we say, gallivanting. That's another one of our slang words. He's been gallivanting, meaning out walking and not coming home till all different hours. And now he's back. Oh, he was very greedy the other day. He was that greedy. He wouldn't stop meowing until I actually gave in. And I did give in. Because, I just couldn't get on with what I wanted to do. In the whole day, he had 4 cat food pouches. 4. Because I give him 2 at a time. Because if I don't, he's constantly around me. Oh, to say he's so skinny, you know, is just, so greedy. And he wouldn't stop, so I gave in, and then he came back again for more. Oh, I couldn't believe it, guys. Even yesterday I had some crisps, some Pringles. Well, he wanted those as well. It was unbelievable. Now I've got most of my dribs and drabs of my foliage down, and I used to have about 5 or 6 bags. So here I've got all my things like my orange leaf, some of my Fortunia, again, and then also at the bottom, I think it's this bag. Or did I put it in a separate bag? No, I think I put them all in here. Look at all of these, everybody. Oh my good gracious me. Stop it. And then I've got all my salal and things like that in this one. All on tiny little stems, ready to use as filler. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just go around, fill in around the back to hide my oasis. Oh, that's another thing he likes, bags. Plastic bags and cardboard boxes. He loves it at Christmas time. Don't come near here, it's hot. It is hot. Be a good boy. I can't even get any in now because you're here. Oh, Marley. It's not yours. Honestly. You are terrible. I know, I can hear you. It's not tea time. You're not having nothing. Stop being greedy. And I'm not just putting the salal in. I'm going to put oddments of like the orange leaf and things like that. So it's not just one type. And this sort of like make it just slightly, you know, a bit bulky at the back. Let's put some of this Fortunia in. So I'm going to mix it up. And that's all I'm doing at the back, is just filling in what I can see of my oasis. Oh, I've got a blue string hanging from me. Oh, where's it gone? Got to be careful, because if it gets on my clothes, it's not coming off. Oh, Marley, go and sit somewhere else. Oh, they're two longer bits. Oh, I watched athletics again last night, everybody. I thought Dina Asher-Smith was going to be in the 4x400, I think it was, a 4x100 relay final. But she decided not to do it. In the women's anyway, so we came first. I think the Americans crossed the blue line, unfortunately. They didn't get the baton in time as they crossed the blue line before they got the baton, so that's an automatic disqualification. But poor things, the ladies really do try. You know, it doesn't matter what country, they really do try. Can you move out Mummy's way? Oh, good gracious me. This is the easy bit, just putting in filler foliage at the back or anything. Let's get something a bit bigger now. I will show it you at the back once I've just, you know, added, I can see glue string. When my cat allows it. Stay there. Be good. I'm going to put a couple up here, tied up the top. I can see that gap there. Gosh, that's quite a bulky one. Where can I fit that? In there. Or in fact, here. No. Oh gosh, he puts me on edge, everybody. when he walks near that glue pan. Oh, you really scare me sometimes. Stay there. I don't think so. Sorry guys, I have this is how I talk to him, because it really does scare me when he starts coming near the glue pan. Stay there, be good. He tends to like to be on the side that I'm on. Right, I want one under here. Okay, don't chew. Oh. Oh. Oh, stop it. Oh my good gracious me, Marley. Be good today. He'll be back in a couple of seconds, I guarantee. Oh, let me just get this off. I don't know what it is. Right, let me look above. I can see just an odd space above. And again, this is bringing out down all of my oddments. Let's have a look. Let me just have a look. There. Stay there. In fact, I'm going to use another one of these. Got a smaller one. We have now. I'm going to put that just there where I can see a gap. Go, I'll smack your body. Don't bite it. Oh gosh. Don't. That is somebody's. Stop it. Honestly, guys, it's terrible. Oh, here he comes now to torment me again on the... Oh. Right, one there. Sorry about this, guys. He is terrible around things like this. He thinks everything, he can play with it. Yes, you're naughty. Now, no, here's that flower. I was just about to say, where's it gone? It's just not playing game. I need something here. Oops, daisy. I may need another fern. Let's see. Let's put another fern in. No, 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 no. No. Oh. You know, it's like a comedy show, isn't it, when he starts? Can you imagine if I did a live video? Oh, good gracious me. It'd be a menace. It really would be a menace. That's better. Now, something needs to be in between here And I think it's got to be something red. I know we're using a lot of red, but it may be. I've got these, and these are lovely. I tend to use these a lot for just to hang around the front. Oops. Let me just place one. Yeah. I've got my beady eyes on you, young man. No, no, no. Let me move the leaf. Stop it! Stop it, you naughty boy. Oh my good gracious me. Oh, Molly. As much as I love you, you can be a pain. Stay there. Oh. Go on the floor. Go on. Go and play somewhere. Go and play with the cats next door. That's better. It's going as well. For now. Right, let me put the rest of these little ornaments in here. So now they have gone down quite dramatically, which is good. So then I know I'm not wasting money. Yeah, it's gone. Isn't that good when your cat listens to you? Go and play. So that's that. Let's put my fern back. Oh, dearie me. Everything was going smoothly, guys, until he decided to come across and start. Let me just tidy this up. I'm not going to put in the blossom. I could put those back, the Fortunia, so I could put everything here back in the box. And to save those little off cuts from the stem that I cut off, and put those in there. All the glue dripping on the glass. That's why I always say, if you do have a glue pan, put it on heat-proof glass, and because the glue will drip off the sides, and you don't want it dripping on here, because with it being wood and underneath and that, it'll stick to it and you won't get it off. Oh, it is back. So, and these are all the little glue bits that have dripped off, so it'll drip on the glass and you can just wipe them off and they'll just come off in your hand. So that's an easier way, you know, of not allowing it to stick to your, oh gosh, to your things. Right, let me just have a quick look. Yeah, now that will go on the garden, and I think if my husband spots it, I might just show it him purposely, just to give him a bit of a wind up. Right, let's just check. It's a good job I've got it in my hand. Right, I can see one little space, and I really do want that hidden. I don't want to show anything, so we'll dip that in our glue, and that is going to go there. It's better when you're holding it, actually. Right, at the back I've got all my, as you can see, my little oddments. I've got a couple more there, look, and they will irritate me if I don't sort them. I think because my cat was around me, I can't see what I'm doing. Let's put one of these in. That's one there. Let's just cut that stem. We'll do it one-handed. Now that one needs to go here. That's better. So now I have covered all of the back so you can't see any of your oasis. I've done it around, let's move this. I've done it around the sides as well, just there, and also on this side as well. So if I bring it closer, and this will go on the wall or fence. So what you have is obviously your little lily of the valley, your little red daisies, and your wild poppy with your fern, your eucalyptus, and then just a leaf under there, and then also your wisteria leaf hanging with your calla lilies, your little white poppies. Oh, there's a glue string there, look, can you see? Just grab it and pull it off. And then your foxtail, your ranunculus, your beautiful orchid, and also your pussy willow, and then just, you know, rest of your foliage and your carnations as well. So that's what it's looking like that. And that will now go on a wall, you know, or on your garden. And that's what I wanted to do, an outdoor one. And then the next one I probably do would be for an indoor one. So I want to do one of each. So that's what we've done today, with a bit of help from the cat. Because with this, because it's not got a flat bottom on the, I can't sit it there because it will just lean to one side. You can actually do the design if you wish. Get down. Do the design on an angle or on the side and have it like that. But because the hook to it at the back is there at that angle, that's the angle that I decided to stay at. So everybody, after my cat again. Oh, it's going now, look, I've finished. So now this is done, ready to sit on a wall. So I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. I sure did. Thanks for inspiration from Sandra, and her beautiful comments too. What a wonderful lady she sounds like. And I hope you enjoyed it as well, Sandra. Yes, I'm finished. So please subscribe and please share to your friends and family, and also give us a thumbs up if you liked it. From now, Marley and me, you know, have a great rest of the day and enjoy, you know, whatever you may be doing, shopping like Julie or anything like that. And I hope you all have a good bank holiday, but I'll probably more than likely see you tomorrow, because I'm a bit of a workaholic anyway, so I don't really like to have days off. So yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow, and take care, everybody, and, you know, stay safe. So all the best. Hey Molly, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Look, here he goes in his mood. Right, again, take care, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, you naughty, you naughty.